Statement is our new range of amplifiers designed without compromise for pure performance. It's a mix, a blend of science and art, computer-aided design, audio engineering and passion. And we really sort of chip away at anything that's not necessary in the design until we just got the essence of the best amplifying system we can make. What makes the best amplifier? It's really looking at all the parameters, and a certain amount of parameters you have to get right for the amplifier not to sound coloured or deficient in any way. So you have to have an adequate bandwidth, but you mustn't make the bandwidth too big that you're amplifying noise or wasting power. It must have speed, but it mustn't be at the detriment to everything else.
Every part of the product is developed for the best sound. To reduce microphony in the electronic circuits, the frequency of the board is decoupled below 9 Hz. This means that the acoustic energy generated by your speakers or your sound system in your room is not, if you like, fed back into the electrical circuits that are being used inside the preamp. So it doesn't interact or add anything to the signal path when you listen to the music. So the input signal which you're feeding into your product is what you actually listen to, rather than an addition by the acoustic energy which is in the room.
And there's hundreds of components in the Statement project, and each component needs sort of detailed design and considered individually and as a whole. The volume control on the Statement preamp has to have just the correct feel of the volume control. So we use a special bearing which is ultrasonically cleaned and then injected with a special damping grease, and just the right amount of damping grease every time to give us just the right amount of stiction and feel for the volume control. The aluminium heatsink is a really complex part. The tolerances required are really high, and the attention to detail. So each fin must be exactly the same width to look good, where it has to be designed for airflow and heat transfer.
I think at the heart of music reproduction there's a dialogue between the technical approach to producing world-class hi-fi and the emotional experience that great music can give us, which is much more organic and much more the heart. So the marriage of the machine and the music, the technology and the physical and acoustic experience, that duality was something that we really tried to explore with Statement. Complexity for the sake of complexity wasn't interesting for us. We wanted to create the best possible communication and interaction between the user and their musical collection, and every effort within the product design and the way that you touch and use it was emphasizing that experience.